Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm just out running some errands and things, so I thought I'd just put together a little update video, which, you know, this goes back to like May. I mean, it's been a long time since I should have put out a video like this. Looking at October now, it's a bit delayed, but we'll just get right into it. So basically, let's see, if we go back to like April, I just gotten everything cleaned up with the 900 and everything was great with that. It was all fixed up. I took it to the car show. That was awesome. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I've never been to a show, well, not I've been to, but I haven't been in a show like that, especially not with kind of like a classic or older car. So that was just a really awesome experience. So I came home from the show and thought, oh, this is cool. Mission accomplished. The car is now fixed to my level of perfection. I've done what I wanted to do with it. I've made the videos with it. That's good. So that was all finished up. I had the 900 SE, which was kind of just sitting there, not happening. Not much happening with that. I had the Impala. There's the 9.3 convertible, the station wagon, and this CLK. So that was kind of what was going on. That's what I had. So the 900 wrapped up, and when that happened, a couple things were going on. So at the time, I was thinking, you know, I think I want to take a little bit of a break. Maybe I'll do a car again in the fall, just like I had done. Take a break for the summer and do something else. So I was kind of already looking towards like letting the 900 go. In addition, I'd kind of already done what I'd done to it. And lastly, that was a beautiful car. That car was in really nice shape. It was pristine, and I only have one garage space, and most of the time that's being used to work on vehicles or just store one. And I felt like with the 900, I didn't want to just store it. That car should be used a little bit, but I didn't have a good situation to be able to use it and to preserve it. And it was just too nice to let sit out on the driveway and fade and get baked in the sun. It really hadn't been treated like that in its life, and I think after 35 years it deserves to remain kind of preserved like that. And I simply just did not have the ability to keep it like that. And I love that car, but as much as I loved it, I would have felt terrible if it had gotten destroyed. So what happened was I called the original owner and just said, you know, hey, this is all fixed up if you want to take a look at it. And I showed it to them. They wanted it. We agreed on a price and they took it. So awesome. I mean, they got their car back at a great price, all fixed up. They were pleased with it, and I was pleased with it as well, because when you own a vehicle, like, vehicles generally are terrible investments, and I'm okay with that. Like, I buy vehicles that I like and enjoy them. I don't necessarily buy it to make a ton of money or anything, but we'll get into that a little bit more. But that was just a win in my book. I was good with it. I mean, it's just great. So that was sold. Also, at the same time, I had an opportunity to buy a vehicle that I really liked. Not just this vehicle, but this particular one was in my life previous, let's just say, and it was just really special. So that will come up. I'll have a video on that in a couple days, but that came up and that needed some work. So there went my summer, basically, on that. So, you know, it's funny, I was planning on taking a break, taking it easy, picking it up in the fall, and now I am here in the fall after an entire summer just thinking, all right, well, now I'll take a break. So that was kind of fun. So I got this car all ready to go, and that was, I guess that was kind of like August that was all finished up. Meanwhile, the 97 900, you know, I got digging into that a little bit more because I thought, okay, well, the nice 900's done. Let's dig into this and move on to something else. The more I got into that car, it had a lot of issues, and I'm not opposed to losing a little money to keep something preserved, not at all. But if I'm going to sell something, I mean, I'm putting these videos on the internet, and you know, people know me. It's going to go to somebody that I know, somebody in the Saab community or network, and it was kind of at a point where it's like, you know, I don't want to sell this. This isn't going to be, it's not going to be worth it unless I put a ton of money into it. And even if it is, it's not going to be as nice as just going out and getting a nice one. So sadly, I made the decision to part that one out. So as terrible as that may be, it was worth it. There were a lot of issues with it, especially there was some rust and poorly repaired rust. And yeah, I don't want to get into that. So that was kind of that was kind of a wreck. So I got out of that. I took a bunch of parts off of it. A bunch of parts went and are sold and now on other cars. So that was also a good one. So let's see. So now the car that I bought, I'll have a video going over that a little bit, and I filmed a couple things along the way, but I might upload them, I might not. It kind of depends. But that car was all done, and let's see here. I did have a list of a couple talking points. None of these are really any that good. So I'd wrap that up. Kind of was enjoying that car. Had a couple things go wrong with the CLK over the year, so I was working on those and things, and that was kind of it. I have to get the 9.5 wagon done. I love that car, but again, I just don't get to drive it. I mainly drive the CLK nowadays, and the 9.5 is nice, but it's the least powerful, and although it's very usable, it just isn't very usable for what I need. You know, for work, I have a work van, so if I'm going to be hauling around messy stuff, I'll put it in the van. And if I'm not working, you know, I'd rather be in something like this, which is, you know, fast, sporty, more fun. I don't need to drive something quite utilitarian. It's just a little bit too middle of the road for my current fleet. So that one's going to be worked on as well. If you've watched any of the videos, it has the same dogleg rust issue that they all have. So I'm having that done, and then all the paint issues will be corrected, and we'll go through it mechanically. I've already done a little bit of work on the interior and things. So that's nearing a point where it's going to be done, and that's actually one that's in pretty decent shape for a 22-year-old car. And again, it's a little bit rare, so even if it isn't, at least there's going to be a little bit of an audience. Who knows? We'll see. So that's wrapping up. Holding on to the CLK for now. And then there was another project that came up with another vehicle, which I'll get into another time, but it's for a family member, and I got that all fixed up, and yeah, so that'll be coming up then too, and so stay tuned for that one. And that's basically it. So going forward, I have a lot of videos filmed. I have a couple to make, but I think I can put out like a video a week for a month or two, basically, and have some content. And I do want to take a little bit of a break. This isn't cheap to do. It takes a lot of time, and you know, it's not really a good financial decision, but I enjoy it, so I put a little bit of money and time into this stuff. But really, some of these vehicles need to be sold, get a little bit of that money back, and then put it into something else going forward. But it's been fun. I don't regret much of it. It's been pretty nice, so we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Much more to come.